Hello everyone, it's Tuesday, February 25th. I'm just getting around to making Trader Jim's live video from today. So when Jim sent this to me, his remark was pretty profound about this kind of day being a reality check for him. So do listen to the video in its entirety. Jim did not have the levels drawn all the way down to the below the 8,000 area like I did here, because he was bullish on the market and he did not expect this kind of sell-off. I was not surprised by it, and I'll show you why. So for those of you that haven't seen it, these are what our indicators look like in NinjaTrader 8. So just a quick update, the Autotrader is coming in NinjaTrader 8 hopefully by the end of March, but we do have the indicators, and this is what it looks like. We've added some text to the sell signals and buy signals here. So, okay, so this was the top story in my news feed this morning, and I just want to show some daily charts. This is the mini S&P. So yesterday when I looked at the daily chart, I noticed that it was the highest volume that we've seen in many months, and then today volume was higher still. So this kind of a technical pattern with high volume and really big down days like this, I wasn't at all surprised to see another down day here with this volume. This is this is truly a time when you can look up, and believe me, the institutions are taking notice and watching here. The institutions are not watching a 987 tick chart, but they are watching daily charts like this, and they're looking at the this is the 20, 50, and a 200-day moving average. And so the daily technical picture is interesting because you have, this is the E-mini S&P, and you have the 200 moving average down here, and then you have the Dow, which has already hit the 200 period moving average. And notice the volume on the Dow. Now these are the Dow futures, not the cash, but you get the idea. So almost twice as much as the average volume occurred in the last 2 days. And then of course the NASDAQ on the daily chart, the furthest away from the 200 period moving average. And you can see the volume here is about twice what I would say is the daily average, 600,000 contracts. So this is really a warning that the market is definitely, institutions and hedge funds are sitting up and taking notice of what's going on here, and there's increased volatility, so increased movement and so forth. The market is being driven by the coronavirus threat and the accompanying news about it. So what I think is going to happen is, if they get this under control, and there are some pharmaceutical companies working on a vaccine or an antidote, whatever. If we get some good news like that, and the problem becomes not an issue, which I suspect will happen soon, then the market will probably bounce back to previous levels. So depending on what happens, I mean, if it gets worse, then we'll continue to see selling off, but the increase in volume in the marketplace is impressive, and you should all sit up and take notes and look at your larger charts to get a better idea of what's going on here. Let's have a look at Trader Jim's video.
Monday the 24th, a little this is Globex, Super Enco 6, looking for a long, same exact template. As always, two contracts, looking for 500. I missed earlier a beautiful 987 Hakinashi trade. I was not home, took my family out, and just came home now and missed out on that 987 trade. That's okay, so that just means I have to trade the Super Enco 6. I will explain after this trade why did I pick this particular location to activate the Super Enco 6 on longs. There is a reason, and I'm gonna try and explain it. right then, here's the long.
What's great is all the teasers were just like, oh yeah, we're going to have a quiz next week on the.
Okay, getting close to the first target. Here is target 1. I'm not gonna put break even here because I am just confident they're gonna keep on going higher. So I was bullish, bigger picture, simply because the close above 9,060 and now trading above 91.35. So I just think they should get closer to 92.57. But I'm still going to explain why I picked this particular time to turn the Autotrader on. Getting close, and here it is. Okay, so done with this and done for tonight. Gonna try to trade tomorrow morning before leaving. It all depends on what's gonna happen. I hope by tomorrow morning they still will not reach 92.57. This way I have more opportunities to the upside. Well, that's it for now. Actually, before I leave, I just want to show you something. Why did I pick this particular point to activate the Autotrader on longs? So here is the 5-minute chart. So when looking at this 5-minute chart, it is obvious that it is a bullish 5-minute chart. So now let's make this a bit bigger. All right. So we can identify the high, right? And then we can identify the support level. You see the support level? It's a support level. And now take a look right over here. You see this little wick? This is a stop run. So if I'm bullish to begin with, this is where I activate. I wait for something like this to then activate the Autotrader on longs. So one of two things. If it's indeed a stop run, price should turn around and go higher and the Autotrader will qualify a long trade. If it's not a stop run, and by the way, here's another example of it here, right? Here is a base, stop run, and up we go. Let's look back. Here is another one. With this more of a double bottom kind of deal, but the same exact idea, right? But you need to have a bias to begin with for something like this to make sense. So as I was saying, if it's not a stop run and it's a legitimate move down, chances are the Autotrader is not going to qualify a long trade because price will just continue to go lower. All right, so 5:47 a.m. February 25th, Super Enco 6 long, same exact template as always. Now this trade to me looks pretty much identical to the afternoon trade of yesterday. If you saw yesterday's video, toward the end of the day in the afternoon, I took long upon confirmation that the 9,060 level is rejected. The price moved toward 9,060, couldn't quite make it there, turn around, and the Autotrader was ready to take a long. This is almost the same exact location, same exact idea. So again, my point is that all my trades are really at the same kind of trades with the same kind of logic. I do have to get ready, so I'm going to just leave this trade to be managed by the Autotrader, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so the Autotrader finds the target. I am definitely done for the morning, looking for higher prices. We'll leave the 500 tick open range filter on longs and see you in the afternoon. Well, Tuesday the 25th, 2:20 p.m., and I just can't believe this. I thought higher prices in the morning. Looks like I was a little bit off. Just being facetious, I was not a little bit off. I was way, way off. Um, I mean, I knew if they break the 9,060, it's going to be just at least 200 points lower, but I did not think they would. I really thought them closing yesterday above 9,060 means they're going to firm up and go to 92.57, and they just could not do it. They could not do it, and then. So I definitely cannot trade here because for me, I did not even look what levels are below 89, 70. Could not imagine this happening today, given their close yesterday. So I don't have anything to lean on. I am not trading, but I do want to talk about something just absolutely incredible, and really, to me, beyond incredible, just unbelievable, I think is more like it. You know, in a day like this, where you completely pick the direction wrong, if you have a really good tool and you're very lucky, maybe you can avoid a losing trade. But what happened this morning was just absolutely, I think beyond anything I can describe. I've often said that the Autotrader is the reason for my consistency. Every time I say it, just and it's an amazing tool. What happened today went beyond anything I could have possibly, you know, in a pretty much one directional market to the downside. I clicked on longs thinking higher. So I gave the Autotrader completely wrong information. And the Autotrader just picks one trade and then finishes off, hits the daily target with positive slippage. And on a day where price went completely the other way, I'm trying to express. If I did not see this, because I did have the laptop with me again, I just this is not something that is believable or I would think possible. But somehow I achieved a full positive result on a day where the market went completely the other way. And this is, you know, Randy sometimes, and a lot of you are very kind. You talk about winning percentages and whatnot. This should not have happened. I completely called this wrong. This should have been, at best, this should have been a day, I mean, if I was really lucky, where there was no trade at all. But to hit a daily target on a day where I am completely off, I mean, completely off. I couldn't have possibly been any more wrong than I was. And yet the Autotrader just cool as a cucumber, picks these two trades and hits the target. All right, well, as I said, I am not trading. I'm just consider myself to be very lucky. And, you know, it's days like this that really humble me. I mean, obviously, I know I cannot possibly be always right. But the idea is, when you're wrong, it's absolutely okay to have some kind of a negative consequence. And this amazing tool somehow, even though I deserve a negative consequence because of my miscalculation or whatever, just things going against my forecast, this tool still manages to hit the daily target. And so, you know, as I said so many times, without this, I am nothing. I would go back to struggling, and I don't remember the last time I took a manual trade. It's just, I would not be able to trade without this. So thank you, Blue Wave. And I will work on some numbers, and hopefully by tomorrow have some kind of an idea. Hopefully we're still going to stay in a 4-digit numbers kind of an area. I really hope that all of you managed to avoid long trades today. I wasn't home, and glad I wasn't home. I mean, obviously I would not try to buy
once we were below 9,060. But, well, I just don't know what else to say for now. See you guys tomorrow.